Hello and welcome to Clog Sports, your ultimate and number one sports show in the nation. My name is Nanaya Asare and I'm your host. It's a pleasure to come to your homes, on your phones and every screen that you're watching me to bring you the best in the world of sports. Today I'm here with my regular partners in sports, as I usually call them. I'm talking about champion of champions, Champion Benito and Isaac Opoku, aka the landlord of Ghana football. Guys,
Nana,
it's a wonderful evening.
Fantastic, fantastic by all standard.
Yeah, but you know, we cannot begin the show without actually talking about what happened on Wednesday. I think in and around the same time that we were having Clock Sports, just about some few minutes after we climaxed everything, there was a communique by the chief of staff concerning some prominent figures in Ghana's government that passed on with the untimely demise as they were tried to attend a national function. So we have to actually commiserate with their families. We have to commiserate with each and everyone that's directly or indirectly affected by such an unfortunate event. So guys, it was a dark Wednesday for Ghana, and we've had 3 days of continuous mourning. So I just want you to talk about it a little.
No, thank you very much. Let me start by greeting our people watching this live on Facebook and also watching us live on Clog TV. We are always grateful. The response from town is very massive. Nana, on Wednesday, as you said in your submission, we were sitting right here, and we saw it on social media. But Nana, it is very sad. I still don't understand what happened. And Nana, it's even written in the Bible, say, in everything, give thanks to God. One thing I would say to the family of the people who lost is they should stay strong, because then all of a sudden you see on social media, say, and it's unfortunate, say, they couldn't even get the body. I learned that the body is being taken to South Africa to do more tests so that they will identify anyway. So I think it's very sad. As our president said 3 days of mourning, and it's not easy. Yesterday I saw a very tall man, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, crying for a very good friend, Honorable Sam George. There, it was really bad for him, but Christopher ni say woni there but in Pioneer say it will never happen in Ghana. But all the same, and I think that today we heard that the black box has been seen, so it's going to help in the investigation of what happened with the signal and not the signal. So all the same, we thank God for everything, and we also say sorry to the family.
Benito.
Why? Yes, very good evening to our viewers as usual. And as we ended last Wednesday's show, it was very sad, because I could remember that it was that period when the Honorable Chief of Staff organized the press conference and made the official declaration of what really transpired. We've seen videos and footages of it, and I should say that our condolences to the bereaved families, because it isn't an easy thing. You would just hear of the death of probably your father, your son, your uncle, whatsoever. The most painful aspect of it all is how they got bent. If not to remind them of their sorrows, but it's something that it's very hard to just take. And it's unfortunate. Personally, there are 2 people within this incident that I am directly connected to them.
I remember just as we were climaxing the
Yes.
show, you took your phone and tried calling Honorable
Samuel Wadje. Yes. And that sergeant, in fact, he is an alumni of KN University. And so right after the program, I saw an official post from the KN University Dean of Students and other people. So it's quite sad news. We can't say much. All that we can say is that our condolences to their families. And then, as landlord rightly said, in all things, as Christians as we are, we just say glory to God because we usually say that God knows best. And so basically, I'm even short of words. At all in all, life still goes on.
I think it may have taken a toll on you because today,
Yes.
when you were coming in, it wasn't easy for you.
And why? Why do you want to relive past circumstances? But then it's all good.
It's all good. It is well.
Okay,
Yes,
so
it is
in
well.
that line, we had the sports minister and then the sports ministry actually give out their statement of condolence, and we want to actually take a look at that and have your thoughts on that one as well. We've seen condolences trickling in from people in government, people elsewhere. This one says that the sports ministry and the Ministry of Sports and Recreation mourns deeply with profound grief the tragic and untimely loss of 8 distinguished individuals who lost their lives in the military helicopter crash on Wednesday, August 6, 2025. Among these who perished were Dr. Manebuama, a former Deputy Minister for Youth and Sports. That's in 2012 and 2013. That's Dr. Manebuama, a dedicated and passionate leader, was instrumental in coordinating Ghana's successful participation in the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations, and his commitment to national development and youth empowerment will forever be remembered. His contribution to Ghana's sports and youth sectors have left an indelible mark on our nation. To the families, colleagues, friends, and the entire nation, the ministry share in your grief and mourns the loss of these remarkable individuals whose dedication to duty and service to Ghana will forever be cherished. May their souls rest in eternal peace, and may the Almighty grant the bereaved the strength and comfort they need in these difficult times. Signed, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, Minister for Sports and Recreation. So,
obviously, you could clearly notice the sadness in his writings.
yeah.
And all that we can say is condolences to the families. It's a hard one to just take it, most especially after seeing the videos of the late Dr. The Defense Minister, his old aged mother, how she was crying, and why? That is all that I can say. And as you rightly said, a lot of condolences coming in from various corners of the world. I learned the Sierra Leone president touched down not long ago to officially and formally give condolences to His Excellency and Ghanaians in general. And so it's a hard one. But I chanced on this thing that within 24 hours, in the space of 48 hours, Ghana had helicopter crash, Kenya had one, and USA.
Just
claiming as many as 16 lives.
So I know the Ghana one had 8 lives.
Exactly.
The Kenya one
Kenya
had
was 6
lives, and then in the
US it was reported 2.
I think these are very difficult times, and can we attribute this to the foggy weather conditions in and around our particular landscape? I don't know whether that can be directly attributed to that. Or because I know that the temperate zone and for the United States, as you also written as a similar one, is also different. So I don't know what's going on there.
And I think it's true. I remember one story that was like 2 weeks ago, the one that happened in India, where he was taking over and he saw that there's a problem. So all 10 now, this whole issue came about. But aside what Benito have said, I think I always say, if someone dies, we have the good side and the bad side. So the good side is, in 48 hours, look at what has happened. US, Kenya, and Ghana. So I'm just hoping in the next 2-3 years, we'll get a helicopter or maybe a plane now. If there's a crasher, you could get, like, a plane, now we have cars which this incident happened. Bomb cry hits a car now. It doesn't escalate. So I think I'm sure the leaders around the world will come up together and say we normally fly a lot. Now I think people are talking about what happened in Ghana on Wednesday. I heard one story say But I'm taking off now. I'm losing signal. When they lost the signal, that was what I heard. But we are still.
I mean, right now we can't until we have
It's
like,
alleged.
official communication. It's very difficult for us to actually attribute it to anything. So it's good that you said that the black box has been found. Just as you earlier mentioned in your submission. So let's just hope that everything will come to bear very soon. And we've seen the sports ministry and
it's good. And I had an encounter with Honorable Dr. Abuama during the President's Cup, and I saw him with Sam George. He was wearing a Kotoko jersey, and Sam George wearing House of Folk jersey, and you could see the argument and those kind of. Later they hug themselves. So Nana is really sad. He has been in this position before, so he understands football a lot. So, but Nana, it is well. One thing that I was saying is since from Wednesday up to now, everything that I've been saying to myself, it is well.
All right. So on that note, we turn our attentions to sports, and then we'll turn attention to African sports, where CAF have reviewed their club rankings. So this is where your favorite clubs actually lie. Or are they even making up the list? We'll see the list shortly. But Benito, which clubs were you surprised not to have actually seen them in the list there?
Basically, it included a club that participated in CAF club competitions for last season. That is the year under review. And so with their performances and their progress within that period.
They also included a few clubs that were not in as well.
Yeah, so it's more or less like for your point.
Yeah.
So the year under review, the points accumulated would definitely amount to your position or determine your position on this particular rankings. And so since we are Ghanaians and we hail from Ghana, we wouldn't be talking about any other clubs than the two clubs that represented Ghana during last season's CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations. When you go through the list, even though it's a longer one, but then you could clearly see that Dreams FC, it's of no news that they were placed on 26. Yes, they were placed on 26, and then it was because they just they did well during their campaign. Since they just went on to reach the semi-final, obviously they performed very well. Yeah, I should say it that way. And so it isn't something new. Just that we can still do better. We can still do better. Me, right after seeing this rankings, I said one thing, that it should be the learning curve for Ghana football.
Yeah.
Because, in quote, Dreams FC isn't a big club. With respect to our local league, that is a Ghana Premier League, or any club or CAF club competition. But then they were able to reach that height. It tells us that when these clubs that are known, when we're talking of African football, you could mention the Heart of Folks, the Kumasi Asante Kotokos, the BDMS, those big clubs, yes, quote unquote.
Yeah.
If things are done properly, and why? We still have the opportunities to be seen at that topmost level. Because, for instance, if Dreams FC, how many people do support them?
Yeah.
I'm talking about their families.
But this is talking about the points. So now let's also think about the point scoring system that they actually do have. Because FC Samatex and then Dreams FC were the ones that were actually Mediama Sporting Club and Dreams FC were the ones who represented us in this particular list. So what attributes to the scores? Is it your performance in the CAF competitions, just that, or your performance in your local league?
No. Basically, it is your performance in CAF competitions. So the particular competition you participated, in this case, Dreams participated in the confederations, whereas Mediama was in the Champions League. So this particular rankings was just made. The only criteria or the situation where you would get enough points was just the basic of it was your performance in the said competition, be it Confederations or CAF Champions League. And so with Midiema, I wasn't surprised. They were in around 50 something. Yes, 51.
51, yes.
Yes. It
That
was
they
because
had 4 points.
Exactly.
It was just behind Kaiser Chiefs, who had 5
points. Yes. It was because of their performance during the CAF Champions League. And you would, in fact, as the name depicts, the Champions League.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't just go there and then do things ordinarily. It is meant for champions. Yeah. So if you're a champion, that is the opportunity for you to exhibit that championship spirit in you. Kudos to our clubs. I know that we can still do more.
Yes, so we can still do more, landlord. But before you come in, I just want to mention the top 5 clubs and then the last 5 clubs out of 75. Al Ahly tops all with 78 points. Mamelodi Sundowns are second on 62 points. Esperance Sportive de Tunis 57 points. RS Berkane of Morocco 52 points. Simba SC of Tanzania 48 points. So these are the points that they had with their respective positions, and then all the way down when you go to Dreams FC in 26th, that is on 12 points, and then when you come to the 51st position, that's Mediama Sporting Club on 4 points. So these are the positions that we, the Ghanaian clubs, actually enjoyed. And then now we go into the last 5. We have Nkana FC on 1 point, Salitas FC on 0.5, that's 75, and then Ali Benghazi 0.5, Namungo FC 0.5, Napster Stars FC 0.5. So these are the ratings of the clubs and how they performed on the international stage. So guys, landlord.
Well, no, I think it's good. Let me start with the top 5. I'm not surprised. El Ali went to FIFA Club World Cup. They performed very well over there, and I'm not really surprised. But it's a disgrace to Ghana football.
Benito was saying we can do better, but you think it's an utter disgrace?
It's an utter disgrace because the reason I'm saying is Dreams FC came from nowhere, and look at what they did. They were 1 step ahead, if I'm not mistaken, to the final. They were just 1 step ahead.
Just 1 step behind.
1 step behind. Thank you, English teacher. 1 step behind, and then if Dreams FC are young, probability say Kotoko and House of Folk will do is very high.
Yes, but that shouldn't be a disgrace to Ghana football.
I'm coming.
Because if we had Dreams FC, I quote and use your own words, from nowhere, they were 1 step behind. Listen to this. Dreams FC from nowhere, they were 1 step behind. This time, it wouldn't be a disgrace for Ghana football. Yeah. Imagine, let's say it was to be Kotoko or Haas. That 1 step might have happened.
Yeah. So then maybe what he's trying to.
I want to explain.
Explain yourself.
No problem. No,
let me try more than the brief.
The reason why I'm saying it's a disgrace is saying now, uko efibimwa, ye sheba penny, and sanya de increja, and Kotoko and House of Folk eba penny no more krumwasi. So that's what I'm saying it's a disgrace because they are the one leading our teams in Ghana here. I always say, if something great will come out from our league now, it comes from these 2 people. So if Dreams has done this great thing now, right now Kotoko is also going to play in the CAF Confederation. I want to pressure more. We can do more. We can do better. They did a very brilliant job. I was just eating with that and the coffee way nearby. Let's aim higher. So okay, in the next year now, the ranking will come again. In the top 5 or top 10, we'll see our Ghanaian clubs over there. We'll see the BNI Gold Stars inside. We'll see Kumasi and Kotoko inside. Because I remember very well, it was 4 slots. If I stand to be correct, it was 4 slots for Ghana. And Atiaba 2. Even the 2 when they qualify, they complain, so finance. Traveling people from abroad, from this place to, at times they go to government and 6. And I think it is a good call. If you watch the chart very well, country only do umpire Egypt. They have almost like 10 teams over there. Then after it will come to Morocco.
Then Algeria,
and then
because I think it stems from the fact that if you should invest in your football, then you should
proper
actually
investment.
Proper investment.
Yes.
long lost 5 piece. Yes. If you should do things proper, then you should expect some sort of returns marginally in that.
Very big one. So I think it's a very good call. We've seen that the GFA president and his team is doing fantastic, trying to do some good investment. Just now, as I said with my 5 P's, proper preparation, a gradual process. Growth is deliberate. So let's make a target. So in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, this is what we are aiming towards our Ghanaian club football, because it is really going to help us, because we have good players in our Ghanaian league, but because of improper measures, they will just leave. One of the finest players I told said he was going to play Kotoko for a very long time, but it was unfortunate they sold him. It was too. Is it Mbela or a Tugebubaku, and this left the Brazilian guy Fabio Gama. The guy was very good. Pedro lifestyle Bonnie Biano, but it was unfortunate because of money issues in Tino. He had to let him go. Hasufuk was having a fine striker than a free Bani, but because of money, he left the club. So now proper measures, they should put it in place. I'm just hoping that in the next 5 years we will come and sit here and we'll say, hey, Kotoko 2, Hasufuk 1. It will be very nice.
All right, so that's where we have it. We're going to conclude the club rankings in that particular manner. And if you have a message, send us a WhatsApp 0500500421. That's the number that you should text 0500500421, and then we'll be kind enough to read it for you. But next, we're going to New ADBRC, and they are saying that to their owner, Abdusalam Yakubu, we don't need any third term. That's what they are talking. They're seeking opinions from guests whether they agree or they do not agree in this particular one. What's going on? Nana,
this issue of Ketokraku, should I say he wants to take his own home. I should say it that way. My reason being that I really remember during the period of normalization, all the clubs in our local league at the Premier, from the Division 1 to Division 2, they agreed on a particular thing, that at this point we are transiting from normalization. So if the football people takes over our football again, no one should think of it to be breaching the rules and the regulations of the football that is being done here. And what does the regulation say? It's very simple.
Yeah.
After you've enjoyed your true tenure of office, that's all.
That's all.
In fact, in Ghana, you say a man, it talks similar thing.
Definitely.
Yes. So why then?
So Ket doesn't want to step down? Is that the understanding we are getting?
Yes. That has been the assertion at the moment. And unfortunately,
but why do you think you wouldn't want to step down? Let me not cut you, but why do you think you wouldn't want to step down?
I wouldn't want to say that Mr. Edwin Simon Ketokraku is my boss. Yes, he has been a father for a period of time. I wouldn't want to say that he is becoming power drunk. Yes, I wouldn't want to say it, but in reality, the circumstances within which he had his re-election, I should say it that way, how he went on the post, it took just Mawansaso, it wasn't something perfect. Yes, I am trying to choose my words carefully, but at this point in time, and why would we like to tackle ourselves and then be laughing here and there? No. It's unfortunate. I chanced on a tape where the General Secretary was saying that it isn't Ket who wants a third term, but from the clubs. Here is the case. We have an administrator of New Edubiase in Abdusalam Yakubu saying otherwise. So my question is, which of these clubs advocated for that third term thing or are campaigning for that third term thing? It's unfortunate that the administrators of our clubs, majority of them are hypocrites. Yes. Let me establish my fact.
I want you to establish this fact very, very well.
If you would get closer to them to ask of the opinion about this third term thing, they wouldn't say anything about it. Yet I really know, and in fact I know that bebree honoma enyo mo de. But how to say it in public, how to establish it, say Club A, Club B, we are not for this third term agenda. That has been a problem. For everyone that have followed Ghana football since time immemorial knows where Sabato is coming from. I know that he is anti-Ket. I know. And it's a fact. This thing is an open secret. So if such person says things against the third term, it wouldn't be a news. But I'm still waiting for, in quotes, those clubs that are known to be for Ketokraku to just come out.
I'm actually loving the way the conversation is going at the moment, the way you're breaking it down. It's very interesting, but we have to go for a short commercial.
That's fine, that's fine.
When we come back, we want you to maintain the same energy,
no problem,
the same fire
no problem.
in concluding this particular
You know
one.
me,
Landlord,
I can't be compromised.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I know very much,
Yes.
and that's why our viewers like to watch you on Clog Sport. So we'll be going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we do have more for you. Don't go anywhere. Yes, then we are back. You're still on the nation's ultimate and #1 sports show. And before we went on the break, Benito was going all guns blazing and at the GFA and set Simon Okreku's administration for his intention of running the third term, and we were talking about that, and you mentioned Sabato and knowing that he's anti-Ket and all that.
Yes.
Things were firing up before we actually went on the break. So we want to find out what is this third term Buhaha that we are hearing. Can you just
again? As I was saying, let me continue from that tangent. In fact, for everyone that knows, Abdul Salam knows that he's anti-Ket.
Yeah,
that one is established
since the 80s.
Yes, that one is established. But my point is, we just want to know the clubs that agreed that Kurt should go for that third term. That has been my problem. If Club A, Club B, Club C, they comes out publicly and announce that yes, a Kurt in third term, I have no problem.
Because before Kurt actually stood for his first term, we had very prominent people actually going toe-to-toe with him.
Exactly.
Like Osei Palmer, who was also there and also interested in actually going for the presidential position of the Ghana Football Association, and just to mention a few people.
Nana Amponsa.
We
had
very good football
George
Free as well.
Yes.
So you can see
there was a lady.
Yes, lawyer Amanda. Yeah.
So with all these people and Kurt having gone for this number of terms, why don't we just? Why is it that he doesn't just allow it to be and then just we go for a renewed person with a renewed vision and a fresh vim to carry
personally,
the Ghana
if
Football
I
Association?
have the opportunity to say something to my boss, that is Ketok. In fact, he's my boss. There is one thing that I will tell him. Why you be a year? Just focus on CAF and FIFA. God being so good, you are the second vice at CAF.
And you went on to post that one as well.
Yes.
It means
they've seen your qualities and your exploits.
Yeah.
Whereas during your term of office, I wouldn't say you've done that bad. No. But then there are a few hitches in your administration where majority of these people have been complaining about.
So what if he wants to stay to fix these hitches?
No, I understand. But per the regulation, you've exhausted your term of office. Per the regulation.
That means he had a timeline to fix those hitches, and then the timeline.
That's all. That's all.
He should actually give
me as I sit here. My only problem is that he shouldn't just try to, be massaging things and so that I would enjoy a third term. No. Oh yeah, it becomes problem. I have this thing in me. You leave the stage when the applause are high. Within this period, you've made the Black Stars very attractive. I commend you for that. Within this period, you've made Ghana Soccer of Excellence, one of the best facilities in the world. Kudos to you. But you shouldn't just, understand and be used to propagate against these things. No. Him as a person, I have no problem with him. But this third term thing, anyway, so one year to no, yes, I still wa best son your man. Obianka money bimra. But then it will be within this same football cycle that will expose him.
Landlord. Third term.
Well, Nana,
you was school and now meaning say you got third term, but by this time around, after primary school, university, you're saving 2 semesters a year, and then you go.
Obey your His Excellency John Dramani Mama, so I can say.
I think, sir, I was about saying something, but you've helped me. Third term, a very dangerous term in terms of everything. In school, so when it's not third term.
Promotional term, no.
It's not third term, so.
In
the university, we graduate here. It's now 3rd year, so. So that year is a year you prove a point, and also one thing year you prove wrong. Now, Benito have said it all, but I just want to make it short. What Kurt is trying to do is say he wants to prove people wrong. Say he can do it.
But is it time?
Nana, let Otama soon. We ask me when look like as I sit here each and every day. Like if I woke up from my bed. When I look up, I say thank you. We are living in a world that you don't understand if you are seeing a world. To why you be, just step down. As Benito said, you have position at CAF and FIFA. Focus on that place and leave Ghana. What be? You've made Blaster attractive, Ghana Man Soccer, and now look at what you are doing for the Ghana Premier League people.
In fact, the women's football.
God bless you, my brother. The women's football, what should be? You know, what you are supposed to do is look at what the presidents in the nations are doing. I could see President Kufuor always giving advice to Nanados. That's what you are supposed to do.
But here's the case that for the people that are actually vying for his seat, as we talked about the Georgia Free, is the lawyer Mendes. They don't seem to be on the same tangent as he is. That is in terms of leadership style, governance structure, and all that.
It is normal. As we sit here, let's take it. Say we are all the three of us are vying for the same position. We are brothers, but when we are going for that position, we are different. So it is normal. It is normal. You could see the number of people who will come for this position. I've known George from afar during he has the capabilities. I know this man very well, Osei Palmer, because of the late Kofi Poku. Because of him, I know him. He's very good. He can help. So Lana, he should just step aside. He's young. He should just step aside. No being soon NBA because Lana, Ghana football, we need a lot of people, and there's a lot of work in our football. There's a lot of work in our football. So, as Benito says, the club said they want him back. Nana, this same club will come and deny you. This same club will come and deny you. Okay.
If we are to go on and on, I'm sure we'll not exhaust the reasons why some want him to stay and others want him to just finish his normal term of office and then move on. And so with that in mind, we are going to turn our attention to international football. And then if you are on social media or you are active when it comes to football, you know that leagues are trickling in very fast. The English Premier League will be coming next week on August 15th. The Spanish La Liga, same date, and the Bundesliga even the week after. And all the football is coming back. But before we tackle the comeback of football, let's focus on the Ballon d'Or nominees who have been brought out. Guys, do you share the same sentiment as who the favorite is for the Ballon d'Or?
Nana, it's a me share kwana inya baby. The answer I will just add up and subtract. That's what I'm supposed to do. Nana, let me start with the left side where Bellingham starts. So Bellingham, Ousmane Dembele, okay, Doué, Dumfries. For Nana, I have no problem with the left side. To be frank, I have no problem, with the exception of McAllister. I stand to be corrected. McAllister and Harry Kane. I think I have a little bit problem with these two people. These are 20, right? 30. With these 30 players, because I feel like, okay, Liverpool won the league. Harry Kane, Bayern Munich also won the Bundesliga, and also okay. So
let's run through the nominees. First is Jude Bellingham, Ousmane Dembele. Number 2, Gianluigi Donnarumma of PSG, Desiree Doué, Denzel Dumfries, Serhou Guirassy, Victor Gyökeres, Erling Haaland, Achraf Hakimi, Harry Kane, Kvaratskhelia, Kvaratskhelia, Robert Lewandowski, Alexis McAllister, Lautaro Martinez, Kylian Mbappe, Scott McTominay, Nuno Mendes, João Neves, Michael Olise, Cole Palmer, Pedri, Rafinha, Declan Rice, Fabian Ruiz, Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Vinicius Junior, Vitinha, Florian Wirtz, and Lamine Yamal. These are the people or the guys that have been nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Benito, let me just ask, who are you surprised not to see on the list? Let me start.
Not to see?
Yes.
No. There are no surprises. Oh, come on. There are no surprises.
Well, others were saying that a player that had 27 goal contributions and played exceptionally well, had 7 goals in the Champions League, and played for Atletico Madrid, was involved in the title charge for most part of the season. And I'm sure you know the player that I'm talking about.
Yes.
Julian Alvarez. He wasn't included in this particular list. And when you look at a player like Alexis McAllister, who wasn't even the best midfielder for the Liverpool title winning team. People are saying that the best midfielder for the Liverpool title winning team is Ryan Gravenberch. Would you look at this and say that maybe the list would have been...
Yes, I wouldn't begrudge those people with that sentiment. But then the truth is, this whole issue about Ballon d'Or, aside your performance, your team performances, your glories and other stuff, your popularity comes to bear. It's one of the most important things when we're talking about Ballon d'Or. So if you do not have good PR, you might have performed very well than maybe some of the names seen.
So PR comes.
Yes. For
They'll do the
Obia
branding
winning Ballon d'Or, Obia and say good PR. And yes, 2013, and Frank Ribery the winning.
Yeah.
You see my point. And so
And
if
like 2011, Wesley Schneider.
we can mention a whole lot of instances, and it has been a fact that if you do not have good PR, these issues of awards and those come for this, come for that, so only PR, papa, my brother, just forget about it. And they have good point. But here is the case that after their consultations, after juries, admissions and other stuff, they said these are the final 30 players from the men's category competing for the Ballon d'Or. And you've known that I've always rooted for Ousmane Dembele to win it. So let's see and hope that come September, he will be announced the 2025 Ballon d'Or winner.
Now, talking about the PR, let me give you a typical example in this Ballon d'Or. We all knew, say, Rafinha was going to compete with Dembele.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, they were projecting Lamine Yamal. That's a good PR.
The Spanish PR. Because you see
it's not even a Spanish PR. They feel like Wayebi. But you could all of a sudden know.
Because when you look at the stats, obviously Lamine Yamal's stats doesn't compare to that of Rafinha.
Good. But Rafinha is ahead of him. But why are
then when
they
you
projecting?
compare the performances by their countries, then you realize that okay,
so he's ahead of Dembele, but not all the same. For me, being a Barcelona fan, when this thing started, I thought it was Rafinha and Dembele. But all of a sudden I saw Lamine Yamal in. As Benito said, I'm a Barcelona fan, they're very diehard, and projecting Lamine Yamal is a very good call. The age now they compete in Ballon d'Or. Say Nyankopon to me Tristan and Sané by Sadia. Why not we take it? But I'm still rooting for Ousmane Dembele.
Let me get some comments on social media. This one says, "Good evening, Clog TV. Loving the show from Teshi. Please next time add your name and let's read it for you. This is your boy Kobe from Sultan. Dreams FC are making history. We are proud of them. This is from Kobe. Sultan. Evening Clog Sports. Please, will you talk about the Manchester United signing Shesko? We'll definitely hit on that before the end of the show. Hello, NY. Great analysis from your pundits. Maxwell from Santa Maria. I think you guys are getting a lot of plaudits. Where are Kotoko and Hearts on the list? This is coming from Mensa. Inside, also inside Aoshi, that's where he said, why are Kotoko and Hearts in the list? We're talking about the CAF rankings.
It's a question for the goals.
And then when it came to the Ballon d'Or, this is a message, Akim, why is Ronaldo not on the list? He won the UEFA Nations League and also top scorer in the Saudi League last season. This is not fair. This is coming from Yasewa from... Yasewa didn't add her location.
No problem, but Yasewa, just keep your cool, eh? Ronaldo and Messi, they've conquered and dominated over 15 years. Yeah. This time, Yenjama and Kwadano Musunji Omudi.
So there you have it. But before I came to the messages, I wanted to find out from you that we've seen players that we've talked about players that we thought shouldn't have been on the list. Now, should have been on the list and went there. Now, let's talk about players that are on the list that shouldn't have been there. First case in point was Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer went missing for majority of the season, and he only came up for the Club World Cup. We are also seeing that how much when we are talking about
won
Cole
the
Palmer,
Conference League.
He won the Conference League, but he wasn't the best player in there. If you're talking about the best player for Chelsea and the Conference League, then you're going to definitely talk about the likes of Caicedo, who played exceptionally well in defensive midfield. So Cole Palmer, when it comes to his performance, even in the club level, Caicedo's maybe supersedes that of his performance, but then we didn't see Caicedo on there.
Anyway, this thing boils down to the PR we were talking about. Cole Palmer, he was all over. The moment you mention Chelsea, it is Cole Palmer.
That was by the Club World Cup, but it got to a time he got missing.
But then the Conference League.
In fact, within the Chelsea setup, in fact, I should say that all the players in Chelsea's corridors knew that Cole Palmer was the best player. So I appear on He's an English boy. He performs well. Or the two bonkum so Kelly na go about. Everybody did Ballon d'Or. I'm just happy for Scott McTominay.
Yeah, Scott McTominay.
His first time of being nominated.
Yeah.
And then he was an integral player for Napoli.
Yeah. He was their best player.
Yes, obviously, because scoring as many as 16 goals in 48 matches as a midfielder.
Yeah.
It tells you that he did perform very well. Unfortunately,
Manchester United letting Scott McTominay go for
it was a problem. Yes, it was a problem. And I've said this thing on this platform that the first Manchester United, the old Manchester United, became poison environment. So the moment you enter the environment, automatically you join the poisonous move. But here is the case with their preseason and their signings. It's as though they are doing quite well, and that old name is gradual. It hasn't changed entirely. It is still on the verge of changing from being poisonous to probably what if it's not poisonous, it is what? If something is not poisonous,
wholesome.
Okay, let's take it like that.
Yes. So, landlord, I want to hear your thoughts on quickly.
Well, I think for Kupama, it's all born down to the projection of players. Although the starting season we couldn't find him, but during the semis or the conference league, and look at what he did at the Club World Cup. So I think for Kupama, I think he's good there. 50-50, like it's 50-50, but he deserves it. He's a very good player, very young player.
All right, so he deserves it. That's what the and then my pundits are saying he deserves it, and also because of good PR, he finds himself over there. But a reminder to keep sending your WhatsApp messages 05005000421 05005000421. That's the number on your screen where you can send us a WhatsApp message, and we'll be kind enough to read for you. A reminder that we're also streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. When you go to Facebook and YouTube, you search for Clog TV, you'll be able to watch us live and colored. And also now we are turning our attentions to Manchester United. I think one of our listeners asked whether we were going to talk about Benjamin Sesko, and indeed we were going to talk about him, Manchester United. But before then, Manchester United have opened a new £50 million Carrington training hub ahead of the new season. So this is what's making rounds. Manchester United.
You remember that
state of the art £50 million
yes,
for a new training hub.
It's just wow. But then thanks to Cristiano Ronaldo, he was
very vocal.
The revolutionary person that led this agenda. I said, my free hand my but still no matter than in fact, that led to his exit. But then in the longer period, they've had a new quarantine training grounds, and officially was opened just today. And you could clearly see the number of people that trooped in on the first day of opening just for sightseeing.
So they'll reduce their cost by maybe 20% just for sightseeing.
Yes. Exactly.
Like
one of the avenues to raise money for Manchester United. I learned because of this thing, they will really pursue the move for Carlos Baleba from Brighton. From the opening of Carrington. And it's one of a kind. In fact, this is a modern training complex.
Yes. Ultra modern. Now, seeing this, let me see here. Hygienic. Like, if you're a player. If you're a player and you are seeing this thing there, what's surrounding, when I was growing up, before we go to understand, I grew up from Kotobabi, Akran Utande. Then I say it's one of the best transfer window now, straight to cantonment. You could see that I said I won't fulfill a cantonment. Look at what
from Kotobabi to cantonment.
That was the best
and free transfer.
Free transfer.
I'm just imagining your new the atmosphere you enjoyed.
You don't make unnecessary noise. Like you go home on time.
Okay, let's talk about let's move away from landlord's transfers and then come to the real world of transfers. Someone asked that we're going to talk about Benjamin Sesko, and now is the time. Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United is. Here we go. We've seen that he has arrived in Manchester. He first came to London and then passed through to Manchester. He's actually done his medical today, and confirmation has been made. So he will be coming down very soon to be announced as a new Manchester United player. Maybe by the time of this the airing of this particular show, he will be announced as a Manchester United player, guys.
And I think it's a very good deal. That was on Wednesday. We sat here and we said we're just hoping that by the close of today, I was the one who said it. So by the close of today, here we go. Sikaba United, so they are spending, as Benito said, with their new facilities. No manyano. Per what we saw today on social media, they can get even 100 million to get the Brighton plant, for Benjamin Akokong. And now we miss the old Manchester United, the old Cristiano Ronaldo, the old Van Persie, Mupo schools.
So it looks like that we're not going to have a new front three for Manchester United.
Very sharp and
very deadly and very
swift.
swift.
To have on the right wing, we are going to have not right wing because they are playing lateral defenders. They're playing wing backs. So maybe for the front left, we are going to have Matthias Cunha, in the middle Benjamin Sesko, and then the front right, we're going to have Brian Mbeumo, who scored 20 Premier League goals.
Exactly.
Matthias Cunha also had about 13 league goals.
And
Benjamin Sesko 13 goals last season. So quite the firepower that Manchester United
it's
needed.
good. I'm very happy for the player right now, Bruno Fernandes. I fancy now ABC who said Oye Jumani because he's the supply in the team. He's just supply Benjamin with the balls. Naturally, he's just good to go. I'll be very happy in the top 4 now. We'll see Manchester United play in the Champions League because now we miss them. We miss football night, Tuesday and Wednesday at Old Trafford. So they should just come back to the scene.
All right, let's turn attention to Inigo Martinez, who has arrived at Al Nassr. Inigo Martinez has arrived at Al Nassr to be their new player. He terminated his contract with FC Barcelona and then signed for Al Nassr as a free agent. Barcelona terminated his contract because it will do them some good to get some free wages off their wage structure. That is Inigo Martinez leaving the Camp Nou training complex to go and complete his move for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, guys.
It will be a problem for Hansi Flick.
Very big one.
He was the pillar around their backline.
The younger ones.
Yes, and he was like more or less like the coach or the leader. Yes, that is the word, the leader. And so his exit would definitely affect Barca's system, most especially how they played well by winning domestic treble and other stuff. But then they still have this Uruguayan defender in Ronald Araujo. He just, why that face? He just needs to be coached, and that is all. But then with his partner, with Pau Kubasi, they will definitely miss it.
Pau Kubasi
is injured and also needs coaching.
Asemaba.
Yes, Asemaba, but then this particular time, Thomas Partey seeks to be vindicated as he's earned a move to Villarreal in Spain. He had to take a significant wage cut. That is Thomas Partey. He's been signed as for Villarreal as a new player on a free transfer. Thomas Partey to Villarreal is a reality. He said he didn't want to play against Arsenal, and that's why he delayed the announcement of his transfer to Arsenal. Benito, landlord.
That's loyalty, and it's a very good news for we the Ghanaians, seeing our star man training, and he's good. When he bats Charlie. On a normal day, so in the form he will deliver for you. We're just hoping that he will give pressure to the likes of the Pedris and the Jude Bellingham in the La Liga on the competitive. So it's a very good news for Thomas Partey and we the Ghanaians. We're just hoping for the best for him.
Benito?
Me, I wouldn't tackle it from the sporting aspect, but his case that is being pending at the court. It tells me one thing, that Villarreal, they are aware of Partey's court case. They are aware of it. So last Wednesday, I said this thing, that I had personal encounter with him. Nothing showed psychologically that he's been intimidated or he's worried. And we could clearly see from his training, he lives as though nothing is at stake. It tells me one thing, that one day,
okay. Yes. Well, just as he was called to the court to come and clear his name, the press asked him, and he said he actually welcomes this particular call for them to actually clear his name, because he's been touted. You know, when even playing, the fact that people think that he's done that thing,
Yes.
immediately the ball gets to his feet, he gets a lot of boos and all that. But this is a chance for him to clear his name.
Yeah.
And then once again, when it comes to this cases of rape and all other this cases of rape, the burden of proof is always on the accused. We mentioned it the other day.
We just find time and explain
that he
more
has
about this.
enough proof in terms of text messages and the likes to be able to get him vindicated.
But landlord made mention of loyalty. So big shout out to my loyalty friends, Jewel, Andy, and Michael.
well, in that sense, let's just round up because
Yes.
So just keep your shout out going.
Yes. So my loyalty friends, in fact, they've been with us throughout this whole journey. We do appreciate why my loyalty brothers. We coming back on Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Well, no. So mine is I want to dedicate. So I have good news for you people. Yesterday was the day I wrote my last paper in school.
Hallelujah.
So I want to.
Good news for you, not
So I want to thank one guy in the school, Mashal, Professor Mashal. He's been a very good brother to me.
Professor Mashal.
Professor Mashal. He's a professor of our time. Mashal, God bless you for the things that you've done for me. And now, a mother. I mean, she's not my real mother, but she's a mother. Madam Eunice Osai, Chief Director for Office of the Head of Civil Service.
She's a very
Mommy,
beautiful,
God bless you.
fantastic
woman by all standards. Today being Friday, he has done something magic. So, Madam, God bless you. In my office. Madam, God bless you. Landlord, I love you very much. As I told you, God bless you. And my emergency me one, but then so your bar, you be friend Eunice Opoku. So, Madam, I'll name my first child after you, Eunice Opoku. Thank you.
So sometimes when it's time for us to conclude, I'm very skeptical about asking landlord for his last words because sometimes he can just throw us off the hook. And I hope that you watching us weren't thrown off the hook. We hope that you enjoyed this particular show. Big shout out to my production crew, Andy, who unfortunately is not in the studios with us at the moment, Jewel, and Michael.
He's a loyalty brother. Yes.
Joe and the rest and the likes. Makeup lady Bevelin, who also did very well.
God bless you today, Bevelin.
So yes, that is it. That's how we wrap up the show today. It's been a pleasure coming to your homes, coming to your screens to bring you the best in the world of sports. So we call it a wrap. Arrivederci. I'll see you.